check. Can you hear me? If you are out there, let me know. We're still getting a couple things set up, but I think we are just about ready to start. Hey, John and Justin, what's up, guys? Can you hear me? Hmm. What's up, Ace Run? This is happening now, JT. Loud and clear. Awesome. Well, I've got my I just walked back in my house from something about 20 minutes ago, so I was trying just to get online, but I've got my other camera set up and I'm trying to hey girl, trying to get it going. So let's just forget the entertainment value for a couple minutes while I work on this. You guys chat amongst yourselves. If I can't get that camera going tonight, that's going to be really frustrating. I put in some work this week to make that camera work. Let's see. Offline. Hmm. Hey guys, check this out. Ready? Boom. How's that for production value? Am I right? Now you know who I am. And you can see my credentials. Well, sad about the professional camera angle. We may just have to wait on JVD because I know when he gets here, he'll be able to tell me how this works. I'm using the same software that Johnny uses for Smashbox and the DGPT stuff. So I'm obviously nowhere near as good at it, but we have the potential. So check this out. Tonight, let's see if I can get this to work. All right, tonight, whoa, we're going to be hanging out at 8 doing opening thoughts. At 8:15, I don't even know why I put this in there. Obviously, you can ask questions whenever you want. Johnny V is going to be on at 8:30, and then if he's still on at 9, great. But if he's not, maybe I can get Molly to bring me a snack or I can go get a snack and you guys can just wait. We can take a snack intermission. I just felt like tonight would be a big snack night. Seems important. Zach, are you a schedule guy? Does that help? Does that help you? Hey, right-handed disc golf, or I guess that's a little bit assuming. RH disc golf could be like Russian uh, Russian husbands disc golf. I could. There you go, Doc. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. That's what I meant by snack time. Was I need to take a break for a couple minutes, make sure Molly's taken care of, get her a snack, get her favorite TV show turned on, get her tucked in, and then come back down here to you guys. I wasn't just thinking about me. Lydia, are you in this same zip code? If so, no. Yeah, no pull-ups on the schedule. I'm doing those 6 days a week around the show, Ace Run, so that, a few weeks from now, I can just bust them out, and you guys, all of a sudden, I'll be doing, 5 at a time. You guys will be shocked. Um, what else? I've been messing around with. Oh, where'd my lower third go? Dang. Hang on, it's not supposed to leave. Stay. Oh, it probably, you know what? It left because I went to the schedule and then came back to this. We're getting this figured out. Oh, yeah, chin ups. That's right, I forgot. Tonight's episode is brought to you by Twisted Tea, used without permission. Mm. Can I work on the camera for another second? I felt really awkward when I stepped away and tried to get it on. So let's get it on, guys. Are you with me? I think we can all do this together. You guys talk about what your favorite colors are, and I will work on this. Could I? What if I plugged it into here? Then what happens? Hey guys, still me. How's it going over there? Yeah, I assumed as much, Doc. This show right here of this backdrop in my hallway is going to get more viewers than even if I was in the chair. Don't mind me, guys. This is my arm and my shoulder. I'm trying to plug this USB interface into different ports. Sex organ? Ugh. All right, one quick Google, and then I'll just run with the webcam. But let me just give this one shot here. Elgato HD60S offline. Well, I can't restart the computer. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, let me try that. I'm going to unplug this. I'm going to wait 1 minute, and then we'll try it again. All right, guys, I'm back. Doc Zen blowing up the chat. What are you talking about, Doc? Smashbox. You know, I'm assuming this is JVD. It's not going great, Johnny. I can't get my main video input to read, so that's why we're doing the webcam again. It's so frustrating because I tested this out so many times this week. I tested it out with you yesterday, and it's just working great every single time, except for when we go live. I mean, typical, you know, Murphy's Law. So if you got any ideas, I just did a quick Google, and they said wait for 1 minute, then plug back in your capture card. I'm using the Elgato HD60S to take my video source from HDMI to USB. No, I didn't take your advice. That's funny, that's what I'm doing. I didn't take your advice to buy the Magewell because it was $300 or $350. I bought a cheaper one. Now it looks like I'm paying the price. Has it been a minute? I think it's been a minute. vMix is not seeing it at all. It says offline Elgato Game Capture HD. And I've restarted the camera. I'm about to plug it in. Let's see. Oh, did I just? No. I'm about to plug it in again. I've waited a minute. Per Google's recommendations, it's lighting up. Nothing. You know, Ace Run, it just totally depends. I've had such good luck with like off-brand equipment sometimes, where you buy not a name brand thing, but based on the reviews, you know, it looks like it works well, and then you buy it and it's like, wow, this is so much better than the name brand, which is what led us to the Panasonic GH4 a couple years ago over the Canon 5D Mark III or Mark IV. And I just love that. So sometimes it works out really well. And other times you look like an idiot on YouTube Live. Not me, of course. I mean JVD, because he's the one that told me to buy the Magewell. Okay, so let's get the lower... Why does the lower third keep going away? That's probably my favorite thing. Add a new input, then go to camera. Add input. Camera. Camera. Elgato Game Capture HD. All the presets look good. Okay. Uh-oh. Capture device is not supported. Device reported the following. Video. Add new input. Capture device is not reported. Device reported the following. Video. Is it because I already have a, because I'm already using that game capture device as an input? Can you add the same device in as an input twice? All right. If you're just joining us, which you're probably not, I'm just kind of looking for an excuse to put this up again. Not this. This. Tonight on the Disc Golf Comedy live stream, opening thoughts at 8 p.m., which so far that's done. So chatting and Q&A has started 3 minutes ago. And apparently JVD is coming on at 8:30, and we're going to chat and have some snacks. Yep, we're not messing around, Brett. We got a schedule. We got to stay on task. So right now it's chatting and Q&A time. Give me those cues. Cue me. I'm ready to provide you with some A's. The snacks Ace Run will be almost exclusively Lara bars, cookies, and milk, with the potential for some Rice Krispie treats or other cereals. Ugh. If I delete the original input and add it again, all the places I have it, all those multi-camera, multi-view inputs, I'm going to have to re-patch it into all those, which will be better than not having it. So let's just do it. JVD, can I hit close on the input right here? Will that delete it, or do I actually need to go into it and delete it somehow? Favorite disc of choice, Mikey? You know me. Not just because I'm their employee, but because this is like the coolest disc I've ever had, the DGA Rift. Fun story about this one. I was going to send it to the person who won my in the bag giveaway, but when I signed it, I messed up. That's not my signature. You know, you do that thing, and then I'm like, crap. Can't give it to him like that. He's gonna know, obviously. And 10 years from now, when my channel goes from 2,000 subscribers to 2,200 subscribers and I hit the big time, he's going to be cross-referencing this with other signatures, you know, more current signatures, and he's going to think he got a fake. So here's what it actually... See if I can do this live. That's more like my signature right there. You can see the T and the B. And so you can tell, what the heck is that? You know? Tyler Brickley, TOS. You know. Taylor Orlando Smithwick. Like Stana Warship had a good question earlier today but forgot. Smashbox, another Wisconsin native. Yes, you will. Just close it. All right, I'm doing it, JVD. This is so sad. Ugh. There it goes. Any chance of a Disc Golf Strong / Disc Golf Comedy collab? Maybe some training videos to get the film crews in shape. There are so many possibilities there, Chaser. That would be really fun. I don't know Seth Muncie. Does he have a good sense of humor? Any of y'all know him? Thought it was the groove. To be fair, he also asked for Molly to sign it, not Tyler. That's true. When we do our Patreon discs and have to sign 100+ discs, sometimes your signature can get wonky. Sometimes you sign discs wonky. Close the input. The multi-views will keep their settings. You'll just have to put... Oh, okay, great. Great. Seth does have a good sense of humor. Okay, I'm going to add back in... Hey, everybody, fingers crossed. Can I get a couple fingers crossed emojis here? I'm about to add back in this camera. Elgato Game Capture HD. And got the error report. That is the worst. Bummer. Mikey, if one happens close to me, Kansas City or Wichita, I'll probably get up to it. Felix. I'm assuming this is Felix. I've seen Seth crush coconuts with his bare hands. Don't know what that says about his sense of humor. I'm hearing that in Ron Swanson's voice. I've seen Seth crush coconuts with his bare hands. I'm assuming that means he can crush coconuts with his bare hands. But yeah, vote's still out on his sense of humor, although he does have a pretty stunning, pretty glowing recommendation if JVD said he is funny. No, Molly, there are worries. I'm just so... You guys got to know. Here, check this out. You're going to get a little unplanned backstage pass here. There's the offending instrument right now. And so I have this sheet put up with these lights casting this beautiful glow, you know, on this side of my face. And then I did all this work over here. See that? Oh, that one's not on yet. You know, with these lights and stuff to create a little bit of depth. And it just, you know, it was just, in a word, stunning. It was an amazing thing, you know, that camera view. Well, here. Oh, no, you can't see it. I was going to take you over there, but you're not long enough. All right. Do I have the most recent drivers for the Elgato? Well, I mean, I just downloaded it a week ago, so you would certainly expect. But I am going to do that HD60S drivers PC. See if I can pretend I'm not doing this in the background and I'm actually engaging with you guys. Wow, Molly. I'm gonna have to block my wife from the chat. Oh, sweet, thank you. You sent me the video capture support link. Thank you, JVD. What time is it? Oh my gosh, hang on. We gotta let people know that, boom, coming up, video call with JVD at 8:30. Download driver. That's what I want. Okay, downloading. Install. Pretty funny if this crashes this whole thing. Doc, that's funny. T-minus 4 minutes until JVD time. Oh my gosh, Johnny, that means I need to go in right now and make sure this webcam set up in our 2 camera view, because it was the other one. Let's see if this driver thing... Oh man, that would just be amazing if this fixed it. We're going to give it one of those 4 minutes. This is like that scene in Flight of the Phoenix. You guys remember the one of the only 2 good movies that Dennis Quaid has ever made, where at the very end he's firing the flares into the plane while he's revving it up to try and get them out of there. And he has like 4 of them, and he fires the first 2, nothing. So he tells everybody on the 3rd one, I'm going to fire this one dry so it'll clean out something. I know a lot about engines, but I just don't want to, explain it to you guys because we don't have time. So it's going to clean out the engine stuff. and then I'm going to fire the fourth one, and while I'm turning on the engine, it's going to work fine. And it does, and they fly out of there, and it's great. It's exactly like that. So I'm using one of our 4 minutes to reboot this capture device in hopes that right before JVD comes on, we're going to get the camera up and going. Enemy Mine. Okay, obviously when I say Dennis Quaid's only been in 2 good movies, Flight of the Phoenix, but the #1 movie he was in was, let's all say it at the same time. And there's like a 10-second delay, so I'm going to wait 10 seconds and then we'll all say it at the same time. Okay, 3, 2, 1. The Rookie. Which is probably, if I asked you all to name 3 Dennis Quaid movies, you'd probably say The Rookie, Flight of the Phoenix. That's it. Okay. All right. It's been a minute. I'm plugging this back in. It's lighting up. My camera just blinked. Is that the name of a movie, Felix, or are you just saying like you're enjoying being in the chat? Okay, I'm going to add input, add a camera, add Elgato game capture. Okay. Error. That's it. I need to now go into here and make sure that I change the camera from the good camera to... Oh, I see somebody in there. But hang on. Did that do it? Okay. Oh, that was actually pretty easy. So I think we're ready. I've got 1 more minute. Oh, let me play this one more time because it was really exciting. Next up, in just a couple seconds, we've got the man, JVD. It is 8:30 now, so here we go. Are you guys? Hey, and everyone, I need you all to appreciate this transition. Also, want to call attention to what is about to happen in 3, 2, 1. Kabam! It worked.
Wow, that's impressive.
It worked. Oh no, but hang on, I got some lower thirds problems. Don't we all? Whoa, mine's super small. That's okay. It's fitting.
That's probably, if you're using an overlay, you probably have your overlay set to a different size for that particular overlay. You might want to put headphones on because I can just barely hear myself, and I'm sure everybody else can too.
Okay, everyone, hang on. Hey, JVD.
Hey, how you doing?
Where are my headphones?
I believe you left them on the table next to the thing, right underneath the other thing.
You know, they're in my car, actually, so that's a bummer. Hey, Maul.
Well, go get them.
Hey,
go get them.
Can you entertain people for a second?
I've been known to.
Do you have any experience with YouTube live shows?
Once I was on a YouTube live show, but I got kicked off.
Mm-hmm. I actually hear footsteps upstairs. Oh, yeah, there we go.
So Molly probably knows. She's way ahead of you. I'd love to call her your PA, but she's so much more than that.
No. Yeah, no, I'm her PA, if anything. So weird stuff, JVD. Weird stuff.
Isn't technology fun? We practiced this yesterday. Was it yesterday or 2 days ago? I think it was yesterday.
It was yesterday. Yeah, it was just yesterday.
And everything worked great, didn't it?
Yeah.
I saw your really nice looking DSLR camera shot. I had You were, set up so nice, and then this
Well,
goes and happens.
I remember you cried a little bit when I showed you that DSLR shot.
It was one of the most beautiful things I may have ever seen.
It was life altering. I mean, the first time that I watched the playback, yeah, I couldn't speak for hours.
I walked from here to Lake Michigan after seeing it and just stood waist deep in Lake Michigan staring out over the open lake for about 25 minutes. And it still wasn't as majestic as your shot.
Molly, I'll be right back.
Oh, hello, everybody. Look, now I have two shows. This is great. Tuesday night and Monday night. I'm just going to run every show. This is a lot of fun. So it's a really good thing that things like this never, ever happen to Smashbox, where, right before we're about to go live at about 8:55 or 8:58, I open something up and it just doesn't work. Or Skype just decides it wants to update the last minute. So we get started at 9:07 or 9:04, the official Smashbox time, as everybody knows. It's just that's the fun part about doing live shows. If you had your choice, you would go live, you'd come down about an hour before every show and make sure everything is all set up. But inevitably, life gets in the way. You don't get a chance to do that. And you come down here or you go into your studio or wherever it is about a minute before you go live.
I've never really noticed how intense these headphones are. Look at this.
You are, wow, that is
it's quite the
badass
profile.
Look.
That I look like some sort of a Pixar character. How's our audio, everybody? Can you hear me, and can you hear JVD, more importantly? How we doing?
I hear you just fine, just like we did yesterday, so I'm assuming everybody can hear you, and my guess is that they can hear me.
I want to fix this lower third.
So that lower third, the Tyler one, which overlay is that?
That is number 4.
All
and
right.
I can
So you're gonna have to go down to the overlay button. Oh, there you go.
Hang on, stuff's happening.
Look at this on the fly.
That's fine. That's good-ish.
It's smaller than mine, which is what it should be.
That's perfect. Yeah, there we go. That's fine.
Yeah, Alpha Zuma says, we don't hear JVD coming out of your speakers anymore. Correct. So Tyler, when he's by himself, has all the audio coming out of his monitors, or speakers, as most people call them. And when he has a guest on, suddenly that kind of kicks back at you. So
whoa,
I always tell people it's headphones. Headphones are the way to go, even if they look like a Pixar character.
Daniel says, I got Tyler in my left ear and JVD in my right, which is the most kick-A opening to a rap song that I can think of, but also a problem.
Do you want to know? Do you want to know how to fix that?
The rap song?
No, the left and right audio issue.
Oh yeah, I suppose. So I'm guessing Daniel's listening on headphones himself, and most other people aren't.
Mm-hmm. More than likely.
So yes, I do want to know how to fix that. This is a live. A live show of me learning how to run vMix.
How to run vMix.
Oh wait,
so
wait. He
in
says
your
disregard.
Oh, disregard. Ah, okay.
You scared me, Daniel. So where's Terry?
Terry is still in Croatia. He'll be back sometime tomorrow, just before, assuming his flight comes in on time. He's supposed to be in tomorrow at some point, where then he'll probably just come right over to my house rather than driving 30. Well, it depends when he comes in. If it's earlier in the morning, he might head home. If it's later in the afternoon, he's just going to come to my house and hang out at the studio for the day, is my guess, and get a bunch of stuff done before the show. So he is on his way back from Croatia.
Yeah, I saw, speaking of Croatia, I think everybody's talking about the Philo video, but nobody's talking about what they should be talking about. I mean, 400-foot aces happen all the time, right?
It looked like it was downhill.
Yeah, downhill. I mean, it was a chip in. What everybody should be talking about is how he memed Nico a minute into that video. Did you pick up on that?
He took his hat and he threw it and all that other fun stuff.
Did pantomimed the Nico run, which is kind of cool that's becoming iconic even, a month after it happened.
All right. Tyler, I want you to do something for me. In your audio mixer.
Here we go.
Where you see your master.
I see it.
Click the gear on the master.
Clicked.
And then go to oh crud, it's not there.
Plugins, EQ, compressor, noise gate.
Nope. That's definitely not where I want you to be. Click the gear on your audio. So whatever you're using for audio.
Oh. Okay.
And then go to channel mixer and fill in the other two for master L and R. So they're all four of those are green. So the top two say master L and master R.
No.
One does not say master P under channel mixer.
No, they say pre and post.
A little further to the right of that, you don't see a green checker box?
I don't. Did I buy a crap version of vMix?
No. See, if you look at, and that's the cool thing about this, I think what I can do is, see, I can show everybody my setup and go, see, look at that. See, I have these cool green things right here. See, this is pre and post under the channel matrix.
Yeah.
Are you a mixer or matrix?
I'm more a fan of the matrix. I don't think I've ever watched the mixer.
Yeah, and then you would just click these two to mix the audio to make sure that it comes in on left and right for both things. So,
I was being snarky and not really paying attention to what you were saying. Mine doesn't look. Oh, wait. When I go down to channel mat or something, it looks like what yours does, not channel mixer.
Oh, all right. Maybe it's a slightly different version because I have the beta version that's coming up.
So you want all four master L and R. You want all four of those green.
Yeah, go for that.
Okay, I have just done that.
And now I hear you in both ears, and I'm assuming everybody else now hears you in both ears.
Woo!
So that it's basically completely mixed your audio so that it's coming in on both. Because honestly, my guess is that your Scarlet Right has two audio inputs, and it's probably set that one side is right, one side is left, and
or
it's
could
just
it be
kind of
because I'm
default,
running because I'm running this and I'm running this?
That could be as well.
I'm running both mics, for all inclusive.
Oh yeah,
so this is Dolby Digital crap.
See, Daniel says it's better.
Chaser just made me laugh. This is like when the pilot and co-pilot are incapacitated and Tyler is the flight attendant trying to land the plane with JVD coaching him on the radio. You're in the tower trying to get this show to the ground. And I'm just trying not to kill the people in the chat.
Well, everybody can flying a plane. It does it itself, right? I mean, you just need somebody to.
Yeah, this is way more difficult than that.
Yeah, this is. Do you know how many buttons there are here?
Airstrelia.
I mean, the plane is what, like one stick? I've played Pilot Wings on my Nintendo, my Super Nintendo as a kid. How hard is it?
Pilot Wings?
Pilot Wings, yeah. It was one of the first Super Nintendo games other than Super Mario World, which came with the system.
There you go.
There was Pilot Wings and F-Zero.
Yes.
Like one other one. But Pilot Wings, you basically would fly a plane or a glider or you could parachute out. It was like really tough. Did you ever play Top Gun on Nintendo? You might be a little bit young for that. But
Yeah.
it's like it was like trying to refuel in the air. It never worked. I never knew a single person that could do it, and I just gave up and never played the game again. Or Pilot Wings, I'm sorry, you're right. Nintendo 64. Thank you, Chaser. God, I'm dumb.
Nintendo 64 is my jam. Can I tell you
Yeah.
something? Can I hashtag humble brag? It's not humble. Hashtag brag. I have never been beaten on the level Banshee Boardwalk in Mario Kart 64. Growing up,
I can do that
in
for
high
you if you'd
school, in college. Oh, it's on JVD.
Oh, I mean,
now, a couple stipulations. I need to have Yoshi or Toad or Mario.
That's fine. By the way, Pilot Wings was an SNES game as well as Nintendo 64. I thought it was SNES because I think I played it recently on my my emulator, like a year or two ago. But it was also SNES as well as Nintendo 64. I don't know what that is. Yeah, there's Pilot Wings 64.
Hardly know her.
Which was for the 64.
Mm-hmm. Donkey is the best. Get out of here with that crap, Brett. Get out. Donkey is the best.
I mean, I think he's got the highest top speed. The bigger
highest
guys
top speed
do.
in a straight line, but it takes him so long to get up to that speed.
Well, that's why you just get good like me and don't ever slow down. Don't get hit by anything. Just fly through levels. I mean, come on. Let's be real.
You were typing in cheat codes on your emulator. Fess up.
I have a 64 and a Super Nintendo around here somewhere. So.
Oh man, that's and obviously GoldenEye on the.
Nope, not my jam. So, GoldenEye just never did it for me. I've never, other than Quake and a little bit of Doom and some Wolfenstein when it first came out, I've never been a first-person shooter kind of guy, even to this day. GoldenEye never did. I can throw down some Mario Kart like nobody's business, any Metroid or Zelda or Super Mario. I've pretty much beat them all. GoldenEye never did it for me. So, yeah, as Chaser said, GoldenEye ended friendships. I didn't want to end any friendships.
Oh my gosh. So I'm in a hospital waiting room when I'm 13, and we're playing is it just called Golden Gun? The mode where no matter what gun, it's first shot, the person's dead. And I'm playing against my uncle and my two brothers. Oh, License to Kill, is that what it's called? And I just keep shooting him, and he just kept telling me to stop until he could figure out all the controls, and I just kept killing him as soon as he spawned. And he ended up dragging me into the hallway. This is the middle of the night. My grandmother's sick, right? And we're there like taking shifts caring for her. And he drags me out into the hallway, punching me and yelling at me because I won't quit killing him. And I was just cackling like a annoying 13-year-old boy. So yeah, you're right. Ends friendships and uncle-nephew relationships.
I watched my father take a Super Nintendo joystick and break it in half awesome. over the game Street Fighter, because I did something similar where it didn't matter what character I was, I just crushed him, and I wouldn't let up on him, and I was probably 13 or 14, and I might have been a little bit lippy.
No.
And finally he had it.
No,
and he just took it over his knee and just snapped it. The entire controller snapped it in half.
That is amazing.
That's the last time that I did that.
No kidding.
Yes, those controllers were very solid. My dad was a pretty strong guy. He just cracked. I was like, oh, cool. Now he's going to buy me a new one, and I won't make that mistake again.
Hey, chat. Help me test something. JVD, I think that I have Streamlabs, all duct taped into this mess. So I believe if someone subscribes or does a super chat or there was a third one. What is the third one?
I just hit subscribe.
Okay, let's see if it happens.
So we should see if it pops up. Now, where is it going to show up on your screen?
Well, on this camera view, oh yeah, I just got a email, But oh wait, I'm hearing something. Hey!
Oh, there's SpongeBob.
Come on. Hey, that is a success. You know what? Screw you, better camera angle. We got SpongeBob to automatically pop up on the feed. So we do not need you. Yeah,
I mean, we'll need it at some point, but
I mean, we do need you, so stick around.
My guess is after you end this show, you're going to shut down vMix and open it right back up, and it's going to add that camera without a problem.
I tried that because I know that fixed it yesterday. I tried that like at 7:58. I shut down the whole thing and opened it back up, thinking that maybe it would read the camera again. Nothing. Oh man,
I'm in charge of setting up.
I'm seeing the emails before anything happens.
We are going to get a lot of. There it is. Thanks, Brett Roberts.
Brett Roberts. Thanks, man.
Much appreciated.
Thanks for subscribing. Now, you guys can super chat. I'll have you know that if you super chat more than $3,000, SpongeBob does a really cool animation. So just whenever you're ready to see that, go for it.
I believe it.
It's not true. It's the same animation, no matter what they super chat. So anyway, if you super chat $5,000, the girl or man that you are interested in will fall madly in love with you.
My wife's gonna like
Daniel,
that.
Here we go. Hey, it's working. That's so cool. I am committing to imitating the SpongeBob dance every single time it happens. Now, actually, hang on.
What you're going to need to do.
There it is.
There you go, Daniel.
Because he gave his.
You're going to need to have different gifts for. I don't know if you can do that. Different gifts for subscribing versus super chat. I think they might be.
Yeah, no, I can. Yep.
Okay.
I can. But the gift selection was pretty poor in Streamlabs. I could upload my own.
Can you? Yeah, you can upload your own.
So I can go find one. Yeah, perfect. I want this. I want JVD doing this. That can be our thank you gif. Hang on. Here we go.
Doc Zen, thank you for the $2 super chat.
Oh man, this is reversed.
I can't wait, as everybody does, when you try to point to something on screen, you're like, nope, it's this one right here. Yeah.
And I just moved my camera because I was finding it really annoying that I was looking away from you. I feel like I should have set this up with you on the other side so that we could have been looking at each other.
I think here I can get all classy if I do this.
All right. The vMix. What? I feel like we should be playing some violin music right now. Like you just said something sad and then we have a
My dearest Martha, I'm on the front lines supporting Mr. Brickley, who's having a time.
Who's in the air. We're trying to get him down.
Yeah, that's fun. I like messing around with the color correction in my shots, just like you could do on yours. And
oh yeah, of course, just like I can do.
You can do that if you click on the little gear on any one of your inputs.
Color correction. Okay.
There's the color correction option, and you can see?
That looks way better.
I'm very angry.
But you just saturation, there it is. I kind of like that. It at least makes this crappy webcam look, a little bit better.
Classy. We class the joint up here.
Welcome to the Black and White Show with JVD and TRB. That's
Everybody goes by initials here.
it. So what'd you do today? Did you just sit here prepping for the show?
I got home about 3:30 and just sat here making sure that I knew how to go black and white as the one it was going to be my big finale, and I already blew it. But
that wasn't wasted.
No, today my boss is trying to start a podcast himself for sit down, the title industry. So when you buy a house, which is the industry that I work in, everyone has to do title searches and land lot searches, all that stuff. And there's all sorts of crazy things that happen. And so he's trying to start a podcast, and he knows that I have all this knowledge. And yet he still doesn't listen to me. And so I spent today more or less helping him set up his studio with these lights. And he just bought himself a green screen. And I need to order a capture. I'm going to order the Magewell capture card for him.
Good call.
It's funny because he asked me about the Elgato, and I was like, the Elgato's fine, but I've seen it have some issues with some people, and it's just easier probably with the Magewell. I trust it. It's what we use on the road. We have 2 of them. Whenever Terry goes out on the road, it's part of our pack and go bag, and so we've never had an issue with it. But yeah.
Yeah, that's my policy too, JVD, is, if it's a matter of just spending another $100 to get the highest quality piece of equipment, I mean, you need to know that you can depend on something when it counts. I mean, when the lights go down, the screen comes alive, as they say, you need to know that you are using dependable equipment, and you can't put a price tag on that. And so that's something that I live by, with every area of my life. Nice, Daniel. Whoa, what the? Johnny, hang on. Can you zoom in on you, actually? Because I feel like you're kind of small and in the... Whoa.
Just going to mess with my shots. I don't get to play with these shots very often, so it's fun.
I was going to say...
zoom in on me.
I was about to suggest this is almost kind of like Smashbox Lite. This is like this is the episode where you get to do all the things that you wish you could be doing during the regular broadcast, but have to maintain an air of decorum.
This looks normal, just like this.
Yeah, let me come in. That did not work.
You make sure that your selection, if you go to your shot selection, make sure it's on main or whatever the right multi-view is, depending on how you want to do it.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, I can set it.
Weird.
Yeah, I'm going to enter the Phantom Zone from Superman.
Ooh. Superman 2, right?
Yes, Superman 2. Kneel before Zod. Or Superman 3 is what Doc Zen is telling me. It's been a long time since I've seen the original Superman movies.
Yeah.
Ryan asks, will Tyler be on an upcoming episode of Unsanctioned? I'm not sure. It depends if he can get his computer system set up properly.
What's Unsanctioned?
That's a podcast that I do. It's a separate podcast. I actually recorded one last night where I go through and I just ask our guests very little about disc golf, maybe just surface, and we go through BuzzFeed quizzes.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah. So, for instance, last night I recorded with Christina Linthicum, and I asked her different quizzes. If anyone out there knows Christina or knows her public persona, will say I made the joke that if she grew up in the 80s, she'd be Ali Sheedy from Breakfast Club. If she grew up in the 90s, which I think she did, you'd probably call her a goth girl, maybe alternative. And if she grew up in the 2000s, she'd be emo. She has that type of outgoing personality. Favorite holiday is Halloween, all that fun stuff. She's a very, very wonderful and fun girl. And so we last night recorded the Smashbox Unsanctioned podcast, and I asked her 3 different quizzes, one of which is which Stranger Things character are you? We'll reveal which witch you are based on your Halloween choices, and what monster are you by creating a scary movie. And we go through these silly quizzes. There's about 6 questions, and we just get a general idea. It, again, has almost nothing to do with disc golf. There you go. Whoa. You know.
I figured it out! Not really, though. Because I did not want to do that.
That looks right. Pretty close. So that is what the Smashbox Unsanctioned podcast this morning, I think it was this morning. The disc golf nerd one dropped. Christina Linthicum will be next, and then I need to record.
So who is
more.
Christina
so
Linthicum? What's her jam? What's she? Is she a pro disc golfer, or is she an advocate, or
she is? She's
both?
A pro disc golfer from the Texas area, kind of near Texas, Louisiana area. She's a Discraft sponsored player, and she is just a pleasure. And she's one of the people. One of the things about the Smashbox Unsanctioned is it has to be a little bit lighter, and there are certain there are certain pros that I think will fit into that very well. You know, I opened the show. The very first episode was AJ Risley, and AJ was totally
AJ is lighter
concept.
in more ways than one because he is not as serious as everybody else, and he's lost a lot of weight. So you get both versions of him being lighter than other people.
Yep. And then I went with Hannah Macbeth as my second one because she was a lot of fun. And there's a whole bunch of them.
I keep hearing that she's got a really good sense of humor.
Christina?
No, I hear
Hannah.
Christina
Hannah,
has
yes.
a terrible sense of humor. And
it's very true. She's very rough around the edges, and she's extremely mean to me.
No, Hannah. I
just come on here.
Hannah is hilarious, and one of these days I need to do a disc golf comedy video with Hannah. Hannah Macbeth, if you're watching, which statistically speaking you are probably not, but if you see a replay of this video, which again, socially speaking, you will probably not, but if you do, let's make a video. I guess technically speaking, she was already in a disc golf comedy video as as Hal in the True Disc video, and she did very well.
True Disc.
She'd never seen Space Odyssey 2000, and she still nailed it.
She completely nailed it. She said I think she had to YouTube or Google it to make sure that she completely hit the right notes. But
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Doc Zen says he feels like the chair is a guest. This one right here. This is my empty chair that when Terry's not here, I have a hard time not putting my arm and doing this all the time. I get real fidgety.
And when Terry is there,
it's usually just...
You don't put your arm around it?
Not as much. I mean, there's always... You never know.
You should. You should. Terry, tell us. Tell us what you think about this, bud. So that's the tear chair.
My wife hates... I'm extremely... Yeah, it's a tear chair. Honestly, it's this old kitchen chair. And he tells me that when he sits down, it creaks, which it does. And that someday he truly feels it's just going to bust out from under him, which it may. So
that would
tuning
be
into Smashbox.
Yeah, I was going to say
every
that's
week
gonna...
to see if
every single episode you need to take a little notch out of one of those legs and just that's going to be your draw. I will never miss an episode if I know that like every hour on Smashbox you take another little notch out of the same leg, and at some point he's going to go. Not that we want Terry to be harmed. We want him to fall down and not harm himself.
He'll be fine.
Careful.
I've seen Terry fall down before.
Careful. He may be watching. Terry, if you're watching, which I think statistically speaking, he has a higher probability, but it's still very low.
Based on his Facebook, he's been away for 37 minutes, so I don't believe he is watching. We'll see. You never know.
What's on the schedule?
More
Okay,
chatting and maybe some more snacks.
We need to do some more chatting, and then we need to do some snacks maybe. I can do that.
What is FF? 9 p.m. to FF.
It's the abbreviation for
Fantasy?
It's the abbreviation for and following. So, kind of like et cetera. From 9:30 to
you can't really use
from
AF.
9 to whenever. No, not these days.
AF is now taken.
It's at 9 p.m. AF. We're going to that one's
it's officially 9 p.m. AF.
Oh man, yeah. This is disc golf comedy after dark. So we're busting out the adult acronyms.
All the kids
Watch
are
out,
in bed,
kids.
right? They should be.
If you're watching this and you're sub 18, you need to ask your parents what that acronym is, because we're not going to talk about it. Let's see if
you're not so much of a your comedy doesn't really ever go blue, does it?
It doesn't.
It's not your brand.
It's not my brand. It's not me unless I'm with one of about 4 or 5 people, and we're just like alone. Then it can for sure, but nah, not my thing. I think here's the thing. I think the F word, and I think really crass jokes and stuff, it's just a crutch to me. I look at other
many times
comedians who, if you pull, they just sprinkle these profanities through their sentences, and people are dying laughing. But then when you go back and you pull all the cuss words out and you look at what they just said, it's like they didn't actually say anything funny right there. People are laughing at their anger. People are laughing at the emotion that they're putting out. They're not laughing at their words. And I think it's important for me to make people laugh with my words and the physical humor and stuff too, but just not to use that as the only thing to get people laugh. To be fair though, I've never tried it. So maybe one of these episodes we'll just experiment and just let go for an hour. See what happens.
It's best. I find with Smashbox as well, we clearly don't. We try not to do it, especially during the regular show. But I will on a rare occasion if I get worked up. But it's fine. I find it's best used in specific situations for extreme emphasis. Like that is high time when I maybe will drop an F-bomb or something along those
like
lines.
It's 9 p.m. AF.
Even,
like a few minutes ago, you felt like that was the right time because you really needed people to know that it's like it's incredibly 9 p.m. right now, essentially.
Doc Zen says, I only go blue. I believe he's talking about most of my clothing, as I think almost all of my outfits, all my shirts that I wear have some sort of blue in them. And I blame my wife because... Hey, Stephanie!
Thanks, Stephanie
Thanks
Roberts.
for subscribing.
Appreciate you. I saw that one came through before the email hit, so I didn't know that was about to happen. Do you feel like we're going to get into any sort of branding fight with how much blue I like to use and how much blue you like to use? You think people are going to start confusing us?
I've thought about this.
Okay.
And there's a lot of blue in our sport in general because it's a pretty soothing color. Even Jomez, they have it's a much different type of blue. There's
kind of a teal sort of.
It's a teal blue and blue greenish mix. But there's darker blues and lighter blues. Discraft has been blue in the past, and Smashbox was just always this blue color right here. And and obviously ours is a little bit different shade of blue. Yours is a little bit more light blue. I'd say ours is more of a royal or darker blue.
Yep,
but
totally.
I don't think so. Yeah, I mean, blue is just an easy color on the eyes, and I don't think there's a problem.
Yeah,
but
it's my
favorite.
favorite.
You can find me on my new podcast Monday nights at 9 with my where I discuss blue logos
Whoa, 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 whoa,
starting
whoa.
next week.
Do you have some? I was gonna say, do you have somewhere you need to be? Okay, starting next week, so we're good.
Starting next week.
Like, oh, which reminds me, I'm late for my 9 o'clock podcast.
Or my 8 o'clock Monday podcast where I do tech support with Tyler as he gets ready for his 9 o'clock
Man,
podcast.
that is the truth, and I am just still pretty sad about that. I've tried adding that camera in a couple times since we've been on, and yeah, I get that same error message. I know you're right. It's gonna work after I restart the program.
Yeah, after you restart it, or you could try to actually go into Device Manager, delete the Elgato out of your Windows Device Manager.
Whoa.
Make sure that it's closed in that you don't have it open anywhere in vMix, and then try to add it again. But that is a whole nother.
Whoa.
Yeah. Molly, yes, you missed it. Tyler was dropping the F word. I tried to stop him, but he was just uncontrollable.
Hey, Molly.
Who's Molly going to believe? Really?
You. She told me earlier,
See?
I was heading downstairs, and she said, give my love to JVD. And I was thinking about it, and I'm like, I don't think I will. I need to keep that. It's the only thing I have left. Not going to give it to him.
Dignity gone. All you have is Molly's love.
That's it. Elgato sound capture. That's something, but that's not quite it.
You could probably delete that as well.
Boom. Gone. Done. Oh, man. I need to do this later.
That's it is one of the most frustrating things. Just like I said, being what you feel is completely prepared and then watching everything fall down. And I don't mind it nearly as much on the podcast. I kind of get a chuckle out of it to some degree. But there has been a few times for the Disc Golf Pro Tour broadcasts where we're trying to go live at 9 a.m. and for whatever reason at 8:50 nothing wants to work. And I'm here maybe using some of those four-letter words, rebooting and opening and closing and deleting and recreating. And you know how much work it creates. You know how much work it takes to create a vMix application. There was an event where at 8:30 I started from scratch, and I was like, all right, let's get this going, because I opened up the application and the vMix just said, I'm sorry, this profile's corrupt. And I went,
whoa,
what? That's not fun. So
I've heard that about the DGPT.
Recreate it. Yeah, corrupt.
Okay, so since we had you on, what's the biggest mistake that you've ever made? We all see Terry's mistakes because he's in front of the camera. But behind the camera, what's the biggest, you're asleep at the wheel, or you have to go to the bathroom or something during the live show? What's the biggest moment you can remember where you messed up and it was super awkward?
I have, at Worlds this past year, I think the biggest mistake I made was we were halfway through the final round of MPO on the final day, and I had used a different method of going live all week to YouTube. Basically, somehow I set it up in vMix that said, okay, when I hit stream, just go live, YouTube. And it's, okay, cool. It was automatically going live. And I didn't realize that when my vMix ran into a problem and I needed to quickly reboot it, when I closed down vMix, it shut down the stream for live.
Yeah.
So halfway through our final round of MPO Worlds this year, I killed the stream. And I recreated it, and suddenly...
That was the one where there was two streams going, right?
Yep.
Yes, I remember that. Oh, my gosh.
That was it. So I hit go live again, and it created a new stream. Plus, because I had panicked, I created another stream, and now suddenly I had two streams going, which ultimately, not the biggest deal in the world, but it was definitely probably the biggest mistake I have made in a long time. I make a lot of little mistakes that some people will catch and some people won't. Obviously, wrong lower thirds because I'm sleeping on the job or I just hit the wrong button or anything like that. But that was probably one of the more, oh my God, I need to fix this now. And I'm just like panicking.
I remember that being a really funny moment. I mean, like, I'm assuming I honestly, even at the time, didn't assume it was your fault. I assumed it was a YouTube error and, just like dropped the stream. And so you started another one and then the first stream came back. But I just remember thinking that was hilarious where there's all of a sudden right in the middle of World's final round, we've got two, like you can go back and forth and there's two completely separate groups of people. It's like two truly different locations. Oh my gosh.
Which we used to do. We used to stream on the Smashbox channel, and then we'd also stream on the Pro Tour channel, and we did that for a year or two. And I really liked that because I felt that when you build up a community and you truly get the community you deserve, like depending on how you interact with them and this and that, and I feel Smashbox has a really strong community of moderators and chatters and all that great stuff. And so I really liked having our own chat. And then the Pro Tour would kind of have their chat, which was much more your general, I'm going to come in and watch this event for a half hour and then bop out. Whereas with the Smashbox chatters were usually, I'm here, I'm going to watch most of the day. And then at one point, we didn't have to, but it was under Steve's instruction that we combine them and we only have one channel because it helps with, and logistically it's easier. It helps with it helps with numbers, so you can easily point to how many viewers you have. You don't have to add them all up. So there's a whole point to it, but I missed it when all the Smashies were now mixed in with all of the commoners. I mean, because I consider our Smashies all royalty.
Yeah, absolutely. And what do people call themselves here? The disc golf commies?
Commies, yeah. You just said it. Nailed it. We've got the Smashies and the commies. You need to change your color to red. Get rid of the blue and just go all red, and you are now the commies.
I love that. We're not even taking any more suggestions. That's it.
I mean, you hit it right on the head.
It's done
immediately.
It's in and locked. That was up for discussion for 0.03 seconds. John Brown, that makes me very uncomfortable.
John Brown out there is asking Tyler to eat a hot dog. Or he said he'd watch Tyler eat a hot dog. But he's poor and he's not going to donate. So unless we can get to a certain level, do you eat hot dogs? Are you an all-American boy?
You know something? Twice a year do I eat a hot dog. And once a year do I eat Long John Silver's, because that's the interval at which it seems appealing again. Like twice a year, I'm like, man, a hot dog sounds really good right now. And for some people, it's like every day. Some
ball
people
games. Like, if I go to a baseball game, I'll get one of the hot dogs here at Miller Park. Other than that, I don't think I'd have, maybe 4th of July where I'd have a hot dog or something along those lines. But I went years without having hot dogs in the actual house. And one day I was just like, man, I'm craving hot dogs for whatever reason. And so I convinced my wife to go out and buy the cheap Oscar Mayer cheese-injected hot dogs, which are my favorite. If I'm going to eat them, those are the kind of...
Like the ones that have cheddar in them?
Mm-hmm. And so I went through, they come in 2 sleeves, basically, I think of 5. I went through the first sleeve in, 2 days. I was like, hot dogs, yes. And then that last... I would open up the drawer, I'd be like, ooh, yeesh, hot dogs. Not feeling it. But I felt guilty that I didn't want to waste these hot dogs. So So I'd done something I haven't done since I was probably 8 years old, where I just pulled out a cold hot dog and I ate it with the cheese. It wasn't very good. So if you get the craving, just don't bother. The last time, otherwise hot dogs, those hot dogs are really good in mac and cheese. Cook them up, throw them into mac and cheese. Kids love it. I love it because I'm a child when it comes down to it.
So what about Long John Silver's? Do you have Long John Silver's where you're from?
We do. We did. I don't know if we have any nearby now, but I've never been to one. I've just passed them by.
Yeah, I do too. But me and my friend who said he was going to be here tonight. Go figure. Typical friend. We go about once a year because we can never go with the family, because the wives wouldn't allow it. The kids hate it. And most of the time you're with family. So how often do you just find yourself without the wife, without the kids, just you and your buddy?
Most of the time, every Tuesday night.
I'm just putting together, my wife's in the chat. I probably should think about how I'm phrasing this. It's like, man, you just want to get away. Those people are just always there. But yeah, about once a year, I get to go to Long John's. I could go more often, but once a year, it's like, man, that sounds so good. Go get some deep fried fish and chicken and hush puppies. And if you're like me, you get the deep fried fish and chicken at Long John Silver's. I'm taking a bite out of each one of them, and I'm like, I'm not 100% sure which one of these is chicken and which one is fish. But let's be honest, it's about the 80% of fried golden stuff around the outside. It's not about the processed white stuff in the middle. Which is going to be the subtitle to my autobiography.
I think my daughter's favorite meal right now is a corn dog from Culver's. And she eats just the cornmeal on the outside first. And then she decides, when there's just a hot dog on a stick is when she's going to finally go after the hot dog. I think, honestly, that the hot dog is just, she eats it because we tell her to. Otherwise, it would be cast away, and it would just be the cornmeal on the outside.
That's funny. Well, this is a lot longer than I thought we'd talk about hot dogs tonight. I mean, I was positive we would talk about them. Just I wasn't thinking it would be this long.
That's in the schedule that comes in from the other side of the screen?
Yeah.
The hot dog schedule?
It was connected to that camera input, that animation, so it's gone. Anything else that we need to say is not, it's because that it was part of that. The entertainment value of this episode tonight, it was going to be in that. Now it's gone. So, sorry, guys.
At some point, you plan on having Molly on the show? Like just sitting down next to you?
That's kind of what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that in addition to, her making a bowl of cereal, that she'll come hang out for a while.
What kind of cereal is she eating right now?
She is not. If she's having she's probably watching The West Wing or Veep and eating Skinny popcorn. And so I asked
we gave
her,
some of that away for Halloween.
Skinny Pop?
Yes.
We had like 4 bags
of it for some reason. We had 4 bags of it for some reason, and just got those mini bags. And I don't know where we got it, but my wife put it in the candy jar, the bowl that I handed. So I was sitting on the front porch when a bunch of people came up. The other thing we had was somehow we got those trendy drawstring backpacks, those smaller ones like the cinch sacks kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay.
With some toothbrushes and toothpaste in them. I'm not sure where they came from.
Okay.
But we had like 5 of them. So I had them hung up on the porch, and some kids came up and I said, "Oh, hey, what would you like out of this bowl? Feel free to take one thing." And for whatever reason, the popcorn went first. Every kid walked up and went, "Popcorn," and shoved it right in. Some kids came up and they all said trick or treat, except for one kid who said, "Trick or treat, smell my feet." And I said, "Hey, guess what? You've earned yourself this cinch sack. It has a toothbrush and toothpaste in it." His eyes lit up. He was so excited. His friends behind him said, "Trick or treat, smell my feet." And I handed out all 5 of the cinch sacks to one group of kids, and I said, "Thank you, boys. Have a good
really
day."
Funny. Because, see, on the outside,
parents
I was
were really happy
that makes you a terrible neighbor. But apparently, It went over well.
It did go over well, and the parents who were walking with the kids, they opened it up and looked inside. And I said, I think there's like a toothbrush or something in there. And she goes, good. We can never have enough toothbrushes. And
That's
I thought,
timely.
You're right.
We need that because of all the candy.
The candy. Now, the rest of the bowl was filled with nothing but awful chocolate and sweet tarts and everything like that. But that's not what these kids wanted. So,
hey, focus group in the chat. When my heater turns on and this shotgun mic is pointed straight at it, can you guys pick up on that? Or does it still sound normal here?
I have a hard time telling myself because my heater kicked on right now.
Oh, okay. Well, I can't tell yours, so that's good. I didn't know if I need
it's
to
way over there.
turn that off for these shows. Night Chaser. Daniel can hear it. JT can hear it. Alpha Zoom is deaf.
Crank up.
Doc heard the keyboard, not the heater. Felix.
Crank up your audio.
Normal to me.
Yeah.
I should.
When I bust up your audio to like 17 decibels high, I do hear it.
Really?
Yep. Just barely, but it's audible. Not too bad, though. Are you going to call this like proto episode? Episode?
No, totally. Yeah,
1.
no. Well, I'm hoping that anytime I do this, it's still, the spirit of this thing is still just me and a webcam. Even though the production value, I think it's fun. All this is really fun to work on, but I'm hoping to keep these as just hanging out, maybe hanging out with a guest, but hanging out with the people in the chat. To that end, what are y'all doing right now? What time is it who's got the time that's the most different from 9:24 p.m. and who's doing the most interesting thing? Keep it appropriate. If it's not appropriate, leave it out.
I need Saquon Barkley to score about 10 more points tonight.
Man, totally. And I need to know who that is and what game he's playing.
He's a running back for the New York Giants. The only way I keep my 9-to-5 job is the fact that I run the office fantasy football pool. And the owner of our company is he doesn't have a lot to do anymore because he owns this company. He's very wealthy now, and most of the day-to-day stuff is done by the VP or HR director or myself. But he really, really enjoys fantasy football, and this year he's performing very poorly. And every day he comes in and he complains about it. But this week I'm playing him, and he has a horrible team, but he's beating me by like 6 or 7 points.
Typical.
And I told him he had a chance. It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world for me to lose to the owner of the company.
No, it's a good move sometimes.
I'm not gonna try to throw the game. That's
so they're just around the water cooler being like, man, that JVD sucks at his job. Man, I'd like to fire that guy. No. You cannot fire him. Do not fire him. He's running the fantasy league. Gah!
Because my job is awesome, and it's very lenient. It's one of the reasons I can take off on a random Thursday and Friday and stream disc golf, because I'm the IT manager and I kind of do what I want. So
nice.
Most of the time I take vacation days, but there's sometimes I'm working from home when I'm really just doing a disc golf broadcast.
I was going to say, this makes me think that you're playing Mario Kart at home. I'm working from home on my Zelda campaign.
Not the worst thing in the world. I don't need to do that because I have my Nintendo Switch now, and I could just bring that to work with me if I really wanted to, and just find an empty office and just sit and play. That might not be.
That'd be funny to stumble on. All right, let's see what people are doing. It's 10:30, Doc, so must be East Coaster there. 7:24. We got people out to the west. Alpha Zuma's doing or listening to jazz. JT, my car says 10:41. JT, are you watching this while driving? Come on, man. Or maybe he's just in his driveway. Didn't want to wake up the family, maybe. Creating overlays for the next gen finale we are filming later this week. Nice. Getting a little bit of prep work. Felix, good job. Justin, what did I miss? Had a craving for corn.
Later this week?
Justin, did you know? Is that a joke? Because if that's just an accident, that's pretty funny. Because we talked about hot dogs and corn dogs for a while. 7:24, just made my bed. Do you mean like you just arranged the pillows and blankets, or like you just assembled the frame? You just crafted your bed. That'd be way more impressive.
You filled up the water from the water bed. Got the hose.
Opening up new lights to charge them for a new glow league I'm running that starts Friday night. You are charging them babies up well in advance, Ryan. Good on you.
I'm going to let you in on a little secret here, Ace Run. The next gen finale says it has Smashbox there. I have no clue what's going on this weekend. I don't know if we're actually live. I haven't. I think we might be, but I don't know. I should probably check my calendar and see if I'm doing anything on Sunday. Because if I am,
that's funny.
That would probably not be the best move. Sunday there is a swim meet that I'm supposed to go to, so I guess we're gonna have to figure that out, aren't we?
That is hilarious. So when did you find out that you're not going to be there this weekend? Well, it was on the Disc Golf Comedy podcast. One of the Disc Golf commies told me I was supposed to be somewhere this weekend.
So if there's no live, you know that's why, and there was supposed to be. I saw the commercial during the tour finale that said Smashbox, and I didn't know if Smashbox really just meant Terry there filming, or if they really truly meant, hey, guess what? Smashbox is supposed to be here, and we're supposed to be doing live, because all of our live equipment is here in my basement. I don't know if Terry's going to grab it this weekend. I have no clue what the plans are. That's how prepped I am for this event.
And all of your stuff is like you put it all in Rubbermaid tubs, right? For the winter. You taped it all up. It's all.
You're not far off.
Ties. Dave has Terry doing recaps and allegedly a live show Saturday night.
Okay, perfect.
But
so Terry, Smashbox
yes,
is just Terry doing his live wrap-up show where he does an interview with a lot of the players and stuff. We're not actually going to be going live on the course, which is great because I don't really want to.
So like it's something that you guys will do from that studio there?
No, Terry will be there in Austin.
Oh.
I'm assuming, and he'll just set up probably a camera in his laptop and go live from someplace.
You're going to get him a sheet?
He might get a sheet. I usually just send him to Walmart for that. He's got a $6.99 budget, the best sheet he can get for $6.99.
$699. It's like some handcrafted Egyptian cotton. Jomez and us are doing the post-produced coverage.
Wow. I knew Jomez was doing post-production for it. I didn't know anything else about it. I'm very happy it's the off season. I'm ready to recharge at this point. I feel like the shows were getting they were good and we were hitting our groove and we had everything going, but I feel like they're getting a little stale and we need something to refresh it, and I'm hoping this off season we can figure something out and get that going.
You know what everybody's been asking for in the off season, since everything's so stale, new content. They want a soups laid back, very crappy production quality YouTube live show on Monday nights. That's what all the demographic research I did was saying. So obviously it's a niche. I jumped on it. How much? I mean, in super chats tonight, we've already made several dollars. So I'm no idiot.
you've almost
4, 6,
paid off
11.
the shipping on your vMix software.
The shipping on my digital download. Hey, speaking of shipping, here's a speaking of the off season. Here's an off season project. Do you guys recognize these? Look at this. So this is a disc. Okay. So that's the bass line. Now I'm going to introduce a few variables.
That is what some may refer to as a lid or an ultimate disc.
And this one's a little smaller, which I thought was interesting, than these.
That's your standard ultimate disc, I believe, right there.
And then there's a couple more. So I just received these today, along with a bag from the owner. Hey! Thank you, Jonathan Van Deurzen, for your $2 super chat. Look, that's the owner's name right there. This was his disc. Hey! Thank you, Evan Sears. Okay, so... Oh, where's the... Hang on. I'll be right back. I'm going to go grab the bag.
All right, he's going to go grab a bag. What do we have on the chat board? Zach Pajic says, I've been grocery shopping, and now I'm putting away groceries. Exciting night for me. I'm an Amazon Prime member now, and they have their Amazon Fresh. Now includes free shipping, so I'm thinking about trying that out. My wife isn't sold on it. She likes to go to the grocery store and pick things out most of the time. Sometimes she orders ahead of time and just has it dropped in the car. I'm going to try that out. See how that works out.
I can't hear you. Say something.
That's
Let me
fine.
see. That's fine.
We don't mind.
We're not opening.
Hey, EMAC, welcome to the show. This is my new disc golf comedy podcast.
I can't get.
I'm now the
Too
host.
much.
Tyler doesn't have anything on his ears, and we respect Tyler so much that. Oh, hi,
That's
Tyler.
That's not what you were saying. That's not it. Hey, EMAC. This kind of looks like the EMAC logo, doesn't it? They ripped off your logo,
EMAC tripped and fell.
This is the EMAC logo. This is the EMAC stumbled logo. So all these Ultimate Discs, back to that, this is going to be a collab. They saw the in the bag video that I did for Grip. And so this, similarly to Grip, is a company that got tired of repurposing other types of bags for use with Ultimate Discs. And so they built a bag from the ground up that's specifically Ultimate Frisbee specific. Department of Redundancy department there. So it's got like a cooler side to it. It's got a pouch where you can keep all your dirty shoes. Like this goes all the way back in there. And it's awesome. So there's a lot of pockets and nooks and crannies in that. So I'm going to be sometime this off season, maybe around Christmas, filming on In the Bag with Ultimate Discs. So that'll be a trip. I don't know too much about Ultimate.
I was just going to ask if you've ever played or been involved in like an Ultimate League.
I have played. I have been involved with like a sort of like a church league type thing. So yeah, pretty impressive. Thanks for asking.
Got a little rough out there for you on the church league?
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, in the church league, you take an elbow and they're just going to look at you and say, "Bless you, man." And then you just move on. Night Doc, thanks for hanging out. EMAC, I missed you. I mean, I was honored to sit in your seat on Disc Golf Answer Man. And I suppose if you had been there, that would have made my appearance pretty short. I probably would have just stayed for like 2 or 3 minutes and then had to drive, back home. So in some sense, it was good that you weren't there, but it was also bad because it would have been fun to hang out with you.
EMAC is looking like a bad 70s cop right now.
Wow. How do you feel about that, Eric? Let's get the live feedback. Do you mean like bad, like BA 70s cop, or do you just mean like a corrupt 70s cop?
Like a corrupt 70s cop.
Okay, that's what you meant.
Like
because
someone
of
who's going to shake you down.
Because of Movember. Because of
Movember.
The deal they're doing.
I mean, in general, he looks like a good 70s cop. But with the mustache, it's a bad 70s cop.
Yeah, well. Not bad meaning bad, but bad meaning good. I think based on what JVD just said, it's bad meaning bad meaning bad. Bad. Bad is bad, good, bad. Here's an aside. Has anyone out there ever watched the Steve Odekirk videos with thumbs? The thumb videos. Back in the early 2000s, like Franken Thumb, Thumbtanic, Bat Thumb, the Blair Thumb Project. Seriously? All right, I know I'm just looking at you. I'm looking at the chat. Come on, chat. Any of those things ringing a bell? Because I just quoted one, and then I realized that's pretty obscure. I wonder if I have any. If anyone's seen that, then you're my new best friend. Sorry, Shem. Sorry, Molly. Shem didn't even show up tonight, so he's out. Alpha Zuma remembers him.
Other than Terry, none of my friends watch my disc golf podcast. And Terry only has to watch it because he has to sit next to me.
He's there. It'd be hard for him not to watch it.
He's tried.
He'd have to
unsuccessfully.
Be this the whole time.
I want to get a green screen behind me.
I've got one.
I think I can do it. Do you? What kind of greens?
Like, is that what I should do with
sheet,
this?
like a green sheet?
No, I've got a. Let me. So down here, see that? I got some rollers.
Black screen.
That's a black drop. And then if I wheeled that one up, there's a white roll of paper and then a green roll of paper. So I love using seamless backdrop paper as opposed to cloth. I used cloth for many years, and you're constantly ironing it, trying to light it so you don't see the wrinkles, but paper, for one thing, it's so easy to set up. I mean, you just like wheel it down and you're done. But for another, it's always, clean.
JT O'Brien asks when my stash is coming. It's not. Once I transplant hair from the back of my head to the front of my face, I don't really grow much facial hair. If I do, it's patchy.
Are you okay with that, or have you wanted to? Be honest.
In the past, I've thought when I first, probably like age of 16, 17, 18, I thought, man, it'd be kind of nice to be able to grow something. And then you realize how much easier it is that you don't. And you think I can go a week without shaving and hardly anyone notices. Yeah. Other than my neck. My neck looks a little gross. Like it gets worse than everywhere else. It gets real patchy up in my cheeks. I could probably grow a really bad, like thin mustache and something like right here in the front of my chin, and that's really about it. Back in EMAC will probably remember because he could probably go back through some pictures. There was a time when growing hair like way down here was real popular, like down to here, kind of like a sideburn.
Yeah.
And
wait, not a sideburn though, like actual this hair, just like letting it be super long.
No, it was more of a sideburn.
Okay, good, because I was going to say that is a gross trend.
That would be a gross. Yeah, where sideburns were very popular, and at that point, one time I was thinking like, it'd be kind of nice if I could do that, and I never could, so I kind of just.
You thinking like mid '90s, like
yeah,
like Nickelback
just
type look,
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Time is a flat disc. I forget when things are.
You heard it here first, folks. Wes, if you're just joining us and you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, or you have a ton of money around and you want a super chat, we have a SpongeBob animation that plays on the screen when you do either one of those things. Or a third thing. Did we ever figure out what that third thing was?
I don't think we did.
Let me test. That's a test. There's not a John.
$88?
There's not a John. That's fake.
Are you John?
I think it's
Love
Patreon. I think this is connected to my Patreon. So I think that if you subscribe, it's like this. I just subscribed to myself. You know what? Self-affirmation is very important. You heard it here. Oh, I got to stop saying that. Membership. Oh my gosh. Oh, I haven't customized that one. That is a weird looking thing.
You got the zombie?
Yeah, apparently. There's the donation, and then this is the super chat. Wow, I just sent $97 to myself.
Thank you. Let's see. See, I can do that too, right here. I just donated $85 to myself.
Where? Oh, I missed it. It was at the top. Hey, John donated. Okay, so listen, guys. If you go subscribe to Smashbox TV or super, no, you can't super chat him.
It won't show up.
Go to PayPal. No.
No, this is Tyler's night. Don't subscribe. Wait. Save your money to tomorrow.
Yeah, there you go. We've had like 20 concurrent viewers this whole time. Is that like way more than what you usually have, probably?
Oh, double.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to throw it in my face?
Well, I just want to motivate you to get better. I think the main thing that you guys need is a really nice webcam that's attached to your monitor, which is on a folding table. So every time I'm just noticing that I probably shouldn't put my knees against the table, or else people are going to start thinking that Kansas has had an earthquake.
Yeah. I wonder if I can do this.
All right. Well, JVD has been a big waste of time, guys. So who do you think we should get on next week on the Disc Golf Comedy Live Hangout? Ooh, nice iPhone 11 Pro.
It is.
Don't think I didn't notice that.
One of the advantages of my job, I used to get a new camera or a new phone every year, but then I kind of started to lay off, and I just went pretty much every other year. So this is the every other year now. But.
Wes, why am I not? Hey, there it is. Woo! He does look stoned. Somebody said SpongeBob. Daniel said SpongeBob looks stoned. Yeah, that's kind of sad. Thank you very much for your super chat. It's tremendous. I think it's really, really fantastic.
What network is this on?
Who else has the room booked for GBO? I don't. They're about an hour from me, an hour up north. AJ Risley next week.
I do not, because I rely on Bobby Brown to hook us up with rooms for when we do live.
I'm going to try and get up there. I think that I almost came up last year, but we were up in Kansas City at a family deal.
GBO is a great time.
Yeah, I'd like to at least make it to the block party, but I'm going to try and get to some of the rounds too. JT, this is potentially a really dangerous thing to say because I'm really not good with pop culture references, but who is Pat
there we go.
Sajak? What?
Pat Sajak? This is
Pat
from
Sajak.
via my phone. This is in India. Pat Sajak is the host of Wheel of Fortune. See, when you said Tupperware bins, you're not far off as far as where we store all of our stuff.
Yeah, we're right there.
That's the camera.
How did you get the camera feed into vMix?
So remember that magic thing I was talking about, NDI?
NDI, yep. NDI cold
so
case files. I remember.
Cold case files. Yeah, It's a spin-off of SVU. It's
Yeah.
one of the Law and Orders,
Yep.
and
I,
it's where Ice-T actually transmits different thing. All right, that went nowhere. That was going to go bad. Definitely going to go bad. No, so there's an app on your phone called, or not, it's not on your phone right now, but I believe it's called like NDI Camera,
okay.
NDI Cam, and it has to be on the same network as your computer. And there's an option when you go to add an input, you can add an NDI input, and the NDI input, it'll just see it because it broadcasts it right out there.
No way.
So, yeah, so it's kind of cool. I've used that before for one or two other things, but
Well, the
for the most part,
quality,
I gave a little tour.
the quality of my phone is probably way higher than this,
Than your webcam,
Logitech webcam that I have. So I could at least be doing that. Yeah, I made some people mad when I don't know who Pat Sajak is. So here, let me disclaim. I was raised in the country, in the fields. We didn't have cable TV. We had a VCR by the time I was older. But even then, we would only watch like 1930s through 1960s black and white comedies exclusively. And so I just didn't get, I didn't grow up. I never watched Friends. I never watched South Park. I never watched Pat Sajak, or whatever. I never watched The Price is Right or Jeopardy or Wheel of Fortune. I was deprived. It was tough. It was tough. I had to spend all my time in nature and with my family, friends. I would not wish that on
Overrated.
any kid, But, God takes us all through different paths, and gives you strength to carry on no matter what you're tasked with, and I had to have a really, really rewarding upbringing with family and friends.
I'm sorry. Sorry that happened to you.
Paul Rudd next week. I don't know, EMAC. Not sure if he's worth our time.
It's hard. It's really hard to follow me up with Paul Rudd. I mean, he's going to want
Well,
a buffer.
Yeah.
Andrew Clayson had to look up Pat to see who he was. Oh my gosh, people.
I wonder how much Paul Rudd would pay me to be on my show.
He's got a new Netflix movie out, so maybe he'll do it on his one of his little roundabouts where he goes on all the different talk shows. Yeah, he is a fellow Kansan. I see him at do this big
Paul
Royals
Rudd?
thing. He's got a big charity. He goes out there. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. Hey, what did you say that app was, JVD? NDI.
It's called NDI Cam.
Got it.
Probably
$10.
$5.99 or something. How much?
$10.
Oh, come on.
Gross.
Don't be cheap. Come on, Tyler.
I did it. No, I did it. I want you guys to know I did that. That just happened.
It's not like you have like 3 or 4 mouths to feed.
Because I care. Hey, that's a good idea. Hey, Eric. Hey, Eric. You up? He should be my guest next week. Because, listen, hear me out.
Yes, I mean, he's all right.
I came to Emporia to hang out with you, and you weren't there. So it could be said that we need to make up that time some other way. Like, say, next Monday at 8:30. If it's a yes, put it in the chat. If it's a no, just pretend you didn't see it. I don't do very well, with
What would
rejection.
convince him?
What?
Show him your schedule. Tell him his name
Oh,
could be
yeah.
in the schedule.
Oh, yeah. Check this out, EMAC. Boom.
EMAC is
Tonight on
it's a
Disc
Mario
Golf
Kart.
Comedy.
Yeah.
Opening thoughts, 8 p.m. chatting/Quiznos and Arby's at 8:15 p.m. Phone call with EMAC. More chatting, plus snacks maybe, although snacks did not happen. So what are you going to do? There's also this one. Next up, video call with JVD, 8:30.
Exclusively from the webcam.
There's also a outro that you guys haven't seen. Only the faithful few that have stuck around to the end of this thing are going to get to see the outro that I built.
Did you show him guys? Yeah, you showed him the stinger, right?
Do I have a stinger?
You have one.
Yeah. Let me just ready? Bam. And bam. We're back. Oh, but my
can't ask for anything more than that.
Uh-oh.
What did you
lower
do?
Thirds. My lower thirds animated. The animation restarted.
Woo!
I got it. We're back. Let's do it.
Yeah, if you have EMAC on, who's going to be your special guest?
That's funny. I didn't understand. Let's do it. Wish a special guest as well. Yeah, we can. I need to build an emulator by next week, and then me and EMAC can just play Mario Kart the whole time.
Everybody will be watching and thinking, it's not as good as John. Neither of them are as good as John.
No, totally, yeah. So, anything that I can do on my computer, I can stream. So any game that I put on here, any online quiz, or can I stream your stream? If you stream, can I stream your stream? And then we all stream your stream? Interesting. Streamception. Let's I'm going to do that tomorrow night. I'm going to go live and port in Smashbox. Yeah. Whoa, hey. Oh, no. Put it back. Sorry. I was just having fun for the first time in 2 hours. Okay, here we go. Ready?
Ouch.
You know what just crossed my mind? Take it off. Just crossed my mind that this isn't very good credibility for EMAC in the chat. He's regretting his decision all of a sudden. He's having some nightmarish flash forwards to next Monday night.
I mean, he could bring on Denise, who would clearly be a much better guest than him. So if you're lucky.
And Ralph. Let's get Ralph up in here. Disc golf. Oh my gosh. So I just paid an inordinate amount of money for this NDI app. So I could stream Disc Golf Valley from my phone. No, I don't want to hear reality. Tell me it's true. Tell me it's going to work.
I'm sure you can stream Disc Golf Valley from your phone now.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And just like how I figured out how to stream my DSLR feed, it's going to be a lot like that. It's going to work all week until the second we go live.
I wonder how I could do Disc Golf Valley. I would have to have a connector.
Well,
I'd have to have a lightning to HDMI connector probably on the phone.
Weren't you just streaming your phone?
I was streaming. It's like a camera app. So I don't think that I can stream. So the camera goes live.
Oh, gotcha.
And then like that. So it's not just like whatever's on my phone.
Now I can do on Mac. I can do it's kind of like screen mirroring, with an Apple TV or something. But if you open QuickTime and do a screen recording and have this plugged into your MacBook, you could capture it that way. I don't know how that would work on PC. There's probably some sort of app. Okay, Eric, I am so sorry. This is gonna suck. It's like Pat Sajak or whoever that guy was. Who's Maverick? Eric says Ralph and Maverick and someone else. That's probably something that everybody knows but me, and I should know that, and I don't, and I'm sorry. Sucks to suck,
I think
in
Maverick
the words of Robert McCall.
is their other pup.
That would make sense in context. Ryan, is there a disc called the Dare? Because obviously EMAC will be representing the truth. You can have your own, Wes. Oh, no, totally, Wes. I'm going to build for next week. Well, I'm going to spend most of my time trying to get this stupid camera to work. But if that works out, I'm going to build an opener with like a highlight reel of some of my videos to play for a couple minutes before the broadcast next time.
I just say you steal the HBO theme.
Sure. What's that?
That's right. Never mind. You grew up in nature.
Yeah.
HBO used to have this really. It's one of my favorite intros where it's like coming out of the TV. Hold on, I can probably bring this up. Watch this.
Speaking of intros, while you're doing that, has anyone watched season 2 of Jack Ryan on Amazon Prime?
Not yet.
Forget the show, which actually, honestly, 4 episodes in has been a little bit of a letdown compared to season 1. But the opener, the titles at the beginning is just stunning. If you're into video and, videography, cinematography, how they worked the opening titles in Jack Ryan, I'm watching it. I'm like, I see you, whoever did that or whatever team made those, and well freaking done. That was amazing, and I appreciated it. Okay, you got it? You got your thing?
Oh, I think I do here. Yeah, there we go. So this was the old intro to almost every HBO. Whoops. There it is. Wait, nope, you want to see it like right here.
I'd like to see it. Oh, here we go.
This is from like early 80s. This is awesome. This was so exciting as a kid because we had HBO. You probably can't hear the audio though, but that's fine.
Whoa.
So
wow.
This, you knew you were in for a treat when you saw this because it was going to be the best
they've
thing
rotated
in your
too
life.
far. No, go back.
Oh, they haven't. No, they haven't.
No, it's too far. Whoa, what the? We are
Yeah.
in the oh. Dang. Ooh, nice transition too.
You like that?
I love that. That was well done. That reminds me of some titles that I see on YouTube videos like today. So it was probably pretty high tech for back then, but when you see that kind of crap now, it's like, guys, we've evolved. There's an appearance fee for Ralph, just FYI. It has not been confirmed that Maverick is actually a canine and kin to Ralph in some way. That's our assumption.
See, this could be, we could just have a show where we introduce Tyler to all the greatest things he missed out on.
That's true.
You know, while you're exploring friends in nature, I know the entire theme song to Fraggle Rock.
I thought you were going to say Friends just for consistency.
No.
That would have been great.
Friends wasn't my thing. Neither Friends and Seinfeld I never really did.
Yeah. The converse would be pretty difficult to achieve, but we could also have a show where we talk about all the things that, kids watching TV in their basements for 18 years missed out on. But that would be harder to film.
It would.
Eric says it'll be a surprise. Maverick's Eric's 325-pound bodyguard. that I'm just not aware of.
Which one?
He's going to be just in the shot like this the whole time. You got Eric right here in the shot, and then Maverick.
Was that a subtle short joke for Eric? I like it.
Eric's sitting. Eric's sitting in this hypothetical. Eric's sitting down.
Sitting.
Or
Sure.
he's standing, and the camera is just as tall as it'll go on the tripod. Well, anybody got
What
any
else do we got,
questions?
Tyler?
I think
Yeah,
I'm
got anybody in
about
the
ready
chat?
to roll the outro, but I just want to
I
make
can't wait
sure
to see it.
it's going to be amazing. I can send it to you later if you want to just have it so you can just watch it.
I could, yeah. I'll just sit in bed tonight and just keep replaying it.
Question. Now, I don't want to say this in front of everybody, so
Okay.
just keep this between you
Just
and me.
you and me.
But when all these idiots are out of here and I click stop streaming, will you still be on?
Yes.
Okay, because I want to ask you about the NDI thing. And I want to say a couple cuss
Certainly.
words about the Elgato capture device.
Okay. Elgato, the cat.
Ryan, I am certainly going to try. I felt almost like, I don't know, it was weird because I am incredibly busy. I do a full-time job and I have a very full family and a lot of extracurriculars. So when I do, make a funny disc golf video, sometimes it feels like a lot, but it's very fun. So I do try and keep that in my life. But all that to say, I felt like almost guilty that I was doing disc golf comedy and I did not take a camera and drive up to GBO and do something last year. So I don't like that feeling and I don't want it to happen again. So I am probably going to do some content around GBO, maybe with, Bobby and Jeremy's permission, obviously drive up there before or after one of the rounds and grab a couple pros and do a skit or something. Who knows? Ideas are easy. It's the time, to film them and the time to edit them. But man, I would sure like to, Ryan. It's so funny how close I am to all those people, just about an hour away. So it seems like I should.
All right, Tyler, do you want to play a quick game with me?
I'm ready.
All right. So, are you familiar with the website Google Feud?
Nope.
All right.
Hang on.
This is a fun game. So what we have is this
Should I put
website.
let me put your screen up just as like the main.
Oh no, that's fine. No, we're all right. Just like this.
They don't need to see it.
They don't need to see. I think they get the point. It'll be all right. So what this does is it's answering Google autocompletes. So I just picked the name option and it gave us the name Paul. And what we have to do is try to get the top 10 answers for Google autocompletes for the name Paul. We don't hear you. You're going to need to click your audio button to make sure that your audio is behind this shot. You could just click the
Did that work?
that worked perfect.
Nice. Okay.
So Paul. So what's your first guess? Paul what?
Paul Revere.
Revere. No, that's a wrong answer. Unless I
What
spelt it wrong, but I don't think I did. I'm gonna go Paul
kind
Rudd.
of socialists? Oh my!
I got the number
gosh.
one answer.
Oh my
All right.
gosh! The British are coming. They're already here, and they've taken over Google, ladies and gentlemen, because Paul Revere is not in the top 10 unbelievable. I don't want to live here
All
anymore.
right, what's your next? What's your next guess? What's the next Paul?
Okay, I'm not. So apparently, we don't give a crap about history. Let's just stick with pop culture. I'm gonna say Paul Walker.
Paul Walker. Ooh, that's a good. Number 3.
Okay, all right.
Congratulations.
I'm in this.
All right. I'm
Also,
gonna go.
I could just be Googling this on the side.
You could, but that'd be cheating.
I'm all.
I'm gonna go Paul McCartney.
Yeah, good one.
Number 5.
That's surprising too.
All right. Eric McCabe says Paul Rudd, and you're welcome. Yeah, see, that's what made me think of it.
Yeah.
All right, you got any?
He's number 1.
Any other Pauls? I'm running. I'm
Paul,
starting to run out.
Yeah, I was trying to think. Paul Hollywood.
Oh, Hollywood. What is that?
Great British Baking Show.
Paul Hollywood. Not a correct answer.
Dang.
Chat board, do we have any good answers? Any famous Pauls that we're not thinking of? I don't believe Macbeth will be on here.
I'm gonna
two more guesses.
Oh, it's up to you. It's you.
Oh yeah. Paul. Paul. Paul George. Wes Wilson says Paul George. I'm gonna go Paul George.
Ooh, Paul Bunyan. Good one.
Paul George, the number 2 answer.
Who's Paul
Thank you,
George?
Wes Wilson. Must be a basketball player. Les Paul is actually from Wisconsin, just a couple miles up the road here.
Throw in
You're gonna
Bunyan.
Are you going to do Paul Bunyan?
No, wait.
Bunyan.
Yeah, I am.
Is that how you spell Paul Bunyan? I mean, I don't want to misspell it.
It looks like it. Yeah, that looks right.
Bunyan. All right, good. All right, Paul Bunyan. No good.
I've had a lot of incorrect guesses.
That's all right. I mean, I only got Rudd and McCartney, so let's see here.
That's
Is
true.
there anyone?
I got Walker.
You definitely got Walker.
Do Macbeth because I
board.
just kind of feel like this being a kind of mainly disc golf thing, and he's kind of like our president. I feel like we owe it to the guy.
Nope. Sorry.
Paul Pierce.
The correct answers: Paul Pierce, the basketball player; Paul Newman, the actor; Paul Manafort, politics. I don't know who Paul Prenter is. Paul Martins; Paul Anka, the old singer.
Paul Anka.
Paul Anka. That was
again. That was fun.
All right, Samuel. Google feud. We're gonna go Samuel.
Well, I'm not gonna say Johnson because obviously we don't care. Probably Jackson. Samuel L. Jackson.
L. Jackson. Ugh, this is gonna be a tough one.
Can you trust? We don't want to use up our guesses. Yeah, that's what I was wondering if.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm gonna give that one to you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go Samuel Adams.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think that's what I meant when I was. Yeah, I think that's what I meant when I was thinking of the historical Samuel.
Oh,
when I said Samuel Johnson.
Yeah, Samuel Adams.
Yeah, it's
from
Andrew Johnson and Samuel Adams. Wow, that's confusing. Whew. History at 10 o'clock.
Any other Samuels? Oh yeah,
Samuel, is Samuel Singer? Is he the guy who invented the sewing machine?
Let's see, Singer.
No. Thanks, Ryan.
Thanks, Ryan Cobb. We'll see you tomorrow night. Have a great night. Samuel. Oh, I'm glad we got the first 2. I don't feel so bad.
Yeah, no matter what happens now. It's like you get when you go out, and you hit your first 2 birdies, you pick up holes 1 and 2, you just kind of like does not matter what happens after this.
Does not matter after that. I'm going to go
it's
Samuel
you though.
Esmail.
Whoa.
It's Sam Esmail. He is the writer of the TV show Mr. Robot.
Okay.
Nah, I didn't think that would be in there because he always goes by Sam, I believe. But
put in
we
Smith.
got one more guess before they give us all the answers.
There's got to be a Samuel Smith out there.
Wrong.
Dang.
Samuel French. Oh, Samuel
Whoa,
L. Jackson movies.
movies. We would have never guessed that.
Nope. Gompers.
Samuel L.
Samuel
Jackson.
Beckett.
So that's an interesting thing to learn about this game, that it's actually like you could have multiple. I kind of assume that the Samuel Jackson, that was like his spot on the list. And then all the searches around him, are kind of in that. But apparently separate searches can come up on the same person.
One more round. Vincent
Van Gogh. G. Yep. That's it.
Van Gogh. The number 2 answer.
All right. Coming out
I'm
strong.
going to go Vincent
Price. Yeah, that one sounds good too.
Number 3.
It sounds good. 3, apparently.
Our number 1 answer is still on the board.
Vincent. Like when you say it and you're just kind of waiting for your brain to kick in, I also heard, I don't know who Vincent Price is, but I also heard that in my brain. Vincent Price.
Vincent Price is an old horror actor. He was also in the video for Thriller. You would recognize his voice from the 50s and 60s.
Vincent.
Very ghoulish. Board,
Smith.
can you help us out at all?
Vincent Smith.
Sorry.
Final answer.
Final answers? All right.
Man,
Vincent.
Sucks to be named Vincent. Although, from one point of view, it's great to be named Vincent because nobody else is famous with that name. So you're probably just, by default, rise to stardom.
I'm going to go with
Vincent Papali.
Gallo.
Okay, then I'm going to do Vince Papali. Yep. Oh, nice, dude.
Spell that out for me.
Papale. JT says palpably. Okay, let's see if I'm spelling that right. Yeah, that's it. But it's Vince everywhere. Oh, no, his real name is Vincent Papali.
I'm going to go Neil.
Oh my gosh, I just had an idea. Okay, and I get one more guess. Okay, so here we go.
Neil from Motley Crue.
I don't know why I didn't learn from last round. Type in Vincent Van Gogh ear.
Ooh.
Oh.
Vincent Company Goal, Vincent Cassell, Vincent Company's wife, Vincent.
Who is that?
Kartheiser, Vincent Thomas Bridge, or Vincent Van Gogh painting.
Yeah, there was at least one. So what are these other games?
We have I don't know what these other games are. I would not even trust them.
Yeah.
I don't know what they are.
I'll have to check them out. We'll check them out on our own time.
Yeah, that's right. This one you have option of names, questions, people, and culture. So a culture would ask you a question. Can the government take your blank?
Oh my gosh.
Number 1 answer. I'm going to go with guns. No.
Oh, what?
Guns is not the correct answer.
What?
Can the government take your blank?
Kids.
Kids is not a correct answer.
Are we playing this right? I've Googled both of those previous 2 things today, so I'm not sure why it's not showing up. Can the government take your kids because of your guns? Put that.
Oh, see, that's the problem.
Can your
Vincent
government
Company
take
is a soccer player?
Can your government take your kids' guns? That's what I want to know.
Can the government take your
how are those
paycheck? No, that's not the right answer.
Just
either.
do freedom.
Freedom. Oh, we got none of them. The number 1 answer was money.
Okay,
number
child.
2, property. 3, 401k.
Which we kind of hit those
dog,
ideas.
House, taxes. We did. Pension or state taxes.
Okay,
Andrew Clayson, money was the number 1 answer.
Do Google Feud. Do the questions.
Questions.
Yeah, instead,
we'll try that one. See what this is.
Yeah.
How do you get blank?
Oh no. Oh, this is gonna be hard.
This is going to be hard.
How do you get famous?
You get blank?
Famous. You know people are typing that in.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
come on.
Anus is on the-
Oh, I thought of another one. You go.
How do you get herpes?
Oh, nice.
Number 5 answer.
Okay, mine is even more narcissistic. How do you get rich?
Ooh, rich. I like that answer. Oh, I'm sorry.
Come on. Come on.
How do you get out of jail? Wrong.
How do you get a good job?
You get a good job. Wrong.
Dang
the correct
it.
answers are pink eye, number 1, ringworm.
Oh my gosh, it's
a
all about
UTI, hepatitis
diseases.
C, bed bugs, mono, kidney stones, scabies, and shingles.
Oh my gosh, they
So
are all. That's what
they're
people
all
are
medical.
googling.
This is Google autocomplete.
All right, next round. We're figuring this out, JVD.
Can you mail
Can
a
you mail
blank?
a herpes? Final answer. Now, can you mail a gun?
Gun? Wrong. Can you mail a child? No, sorry, wrong answer. The government can't take your kids. They can take your
Can you
children,
mail-
and you can't mail a child.
Can you mail a check? I'll bet somebody's Googled if you can put a check
Mail
in the
a
mail.
check. It's a good answer. Good answer.
There we
Number
go.
7.
There we go. Come on. Come on.
Oh, the top 6 answers are still on the board. Can you mail a animal?
Well,
No.
yeah, I was going to say. Can you mail a... I'll say pet.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Dang.
Number 1 answer's a
Can
potato.
you mail a potato? This is what America cares about.
A cell phone, knife, passport,
Can
dog,
you mail a wife?
bottle of
says Enoch.
wine, a person, key, or money order. All right, we'll do
If
our
they
one
have
more
a-
round and we'll end Google Feud.
If they have a Google Home, you know the guys that, hey, Google, can you mail a potato? You to help me out with some learning.
Next,
All right,
final round. Why do people blank?
Fall in love.
Fall in love. Wrong. I'm going to go cry. Why do people cry? No.
Sneeze. Sneeze. Sneeze.
Sneeze. Sneeze. Good answer. Good answer. Not on the board.
Come on!
Why do people fart?
Oh,
Number
nice.
9.
Yawn, because I don't think yawning's been proven by science why we do it. Yes!
Number 2 answer with yawn. Oh, I'm going to go with the Emacs answer. Why do people suck? No. Number 1 answer is snore. Why do people
Why do
celebrate
people
Cinco de
celebrate
Mayo?
Cinco de Mayo. So, like, why do people celebrate Cinco de Mayo?
Oh my gosh, I love this game. It's so,
Emac?
It's so much. Yeah.
Challenging you to a Google feud next week. You better be practicing up, my friend.
Oh gosh, that is.
I'm going to mess around with some of those other mini games. That's a pretty funny. Oh, hang on. Let's transition. Yes, nailed it. I just got to get
felt
to
the
my.
wind just blow past me.
Uh-oh.
The other thing which is kind of fun is, I would do sometimes is go to Google Trends, and figure out what is trending, and try to figure out if you know why things are trending, or what the reasons are. Or
Is
try,
disc
if you,
golf
like
disc golf comedy on there?
I believe it is trending in Topeka on Monday night.
And Croatia.
Yeah. Yes, in
Terry's
Croatia
watching us
only.
in Croatia, so it's trending over there.
Yes. The year in search. This is one of my favorite things. You go to like the year in search for 2018, and you can see if I can, like, if I tell you, can you name one of the top 5 actors from 2018 that was trending?
2018. Interesting.
2018. they're gonna update 2019's in about a month or so.
Yeah, it's gonna be Chris.
And let me.
It's gonna be Robert Downey Jr. Robert Downey Jr.
It's not.
It's gonna be Chris.
Not.
Who's Captain America? Chris
Evans.
Evans. It's Chris Evans. Final answer.
It's no. You're never gonna get any
herpes.
of these because number one answer is Logan Paul. Logan Paul.
Oh, the YouTuber.
Creep. Number 2 is Bill Cosby. 3 for obvious reasons. Sylvester Stallone. Number 4 is Pete Davidson from SNL.
Okay.
And number 5, Michael B. Jordan.
So do they have that for 2019?
Not yet. 2019 will come out in like a month and a half, where then you can.
That makes sense, I guess. Give everybody a shot to like make it big in November, December.
The top. Oh, here's a good one. Top 5 songs that trended in 2018.
Oh gosh. Probably Taylor Swift.
One is in relation to a
Reputation.
Movie.
Reputation by Taylor Swift. Gosh dang it. Sorry. One is in relation to a movie, a song about a movie. I got nothing.
Bohemian Rhapsody, number 1.
Okay, makes sense.
Number 2, This Is America by Donald Glover.
Ooh, right. Controversial.
Number 3, one that you have probably heard 10 million times.
Yeah, I have.
Baby Shark.
I have a hilarious video of my 2 and 3-year-old sons trying to, through the midst of their young person speech impediments, getting Alexa to respond to them.
Mm-hmm.
They're both of them screaming, "Alexa, play Baby Shark." But 2-year-olds and 3-year-olds have trouble with their diction, and it's hilarious. Tune in
number 4
next time.
Tune in next week. The number 4 trending song, God's Plan. Number 5, Kill Shot. Number 6, In My Feelings. Number 7, The Electric Slide. Number 8, Thank You. Next. Number 9, Mo Bamba. And number 10, Lucid Dreams. But yeah, they've got an entire page here of like just everything from, RIP, like who the top 5 trending people that passed away, top 10 movies. These are all top 10s, but they just show 5. Top 5 how-tos, how to vote, how to register to vote, how to play Mega Millions, how to buy Ripple, which is a cryptocurrency, and how to turn off automatic updates.
Oh, that's funny.
That is great. So it's another fun game that I'd like to play every once in a while. Once 2019 comes out, I'll be excited. Google Trends.
What do you listen to, like when you're just working on software or working on something that doesn't have any sound and you put on something to listen to? What is it usually?
It's almost always a podcast of some sort.
Oh, nice.
I listen to most of the disc golf podcasts that are out there.
Do you listen to the disc golf comedy podcast when it starts?
When it starts, I may listen to it.
You may. Okay. All right.
It depends if I'm a guest or not. If I
Fair
am,
enough.
Probably not.
Same here.
Because I know that the bar is really low.
Yeah. Well, it's week 1. Week 2, Eric McCabe. So we just move up slightly. Oh, I didn't tell people that. Hey, listen, the handful of you that are still here, for starters, God bless you. But for nexters, when JVD and I were running through this and I was getting everything right yesterday, I told him, kind of my rough thought, and I was not thinking at all. And I told JVD, I was like, my rough thought for this was to kind of work my way up in terms of getting celebrity guests, and just kind of start small and then like slowly over time, try and get more and more of the A-listers on, until eventually we're playing Google Feud with Macbeth himself or something. And so then as I'm saying that, like if you've seen Inside Out, Like all the little people in my brain were like, stop, you're messing up. I had to apologize because there's an inference there. Like I'm starting at the bottom, I'm going to work my way up. So anyway, concerning you being my first guest on Smashbox, JVD, yeah. It's pretty amazing that you're even talking to me tonight due to that.
I had nothing else going on. I'm just teasing. I was excited. I was excited to come on and help you out and make sure that we knew, get your show off the ground and running. Figure out how you want to
like 1 foot off the ground. It's kind of like hopping down the runway.
It's at a crawl. We'll get it to a walk and then a run.
Which is the exact opposite analogy that we started with, where we're trying to land this thing so it doesn't crash, and all of a sudden now we've reverted to we're trying to get this thing back in the air, which everybody who's been with us since the beginning is like, you just did all that work to land it. Do not take it off again. Under no circumstances should you take this thing off again.
Most likely not. Most likely.
All right, I'm thinking we shut this thing down at 10:30. We got 2 minutes. 2 minute warning.
On this account. I have to subscribe under my account. I subscribed under Smashbox, and now I've subscribed under my personal.
Oh, so we're going to see him? We get to see him one more time?
I hope so. If he's up there, if he's set as one of the overlays, we should see him.
He sure should be. 2 minutes.
JT O'Brien just says 2 minutes. Now we're just waiting for SpongeBob.
Weird.
Nothing. We got no SpongeBob.
That's kind of sad, actually. I wonder if Streamlabs is still up. I can test it.
Hey, there's just
I subscribed.
I don't know.
I'm gonna have to do something with that this week. With those GIFs.
Get some better GIFs.
Fresh. Get a better GIF. I'm gonna think about that. No frisbees. I've got actual frisbees. All right. I'm wrapping this thing up.
Do it. Wrap it up.
Thanks for hanging out with us, all of y'all. Thanks for your super chats. Thanks for making me filthy rich. I want you to know I'm not planning on investing that money wisely. I will probably be buying more equipment for this thing. And any investor will tell you that that is not a wise choice. But it's fun. And it's for you. It's for you guys. So you're freaking welcome. And thank you, JVD, for being on the show.
You're welcome.
And thank you for really facilitating this being possible. It would have just been this with a webcam the whole time, but we got a call in, we got lower thirds, we got overlays, we got transitions, and now we've got an outro. Peace out, everybody. Wait. All right, we're back. Here's what happened. Hey, thanks, Gas Mask. Here's what happened.
After show!
Encore. It didn't work. So the thing that I labeled outro is not it. I think I labeled the thing credits that I'm actually looking for. Let's try this. Okay, what was it? I felt like it ended really well. Okay, and now is a transition. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye. Peace out. Yeah. No, that's not it. It's in here somewhere.
This is the Tyler Brickley Show. This is the Tyler Brickley Show. Goodbye.
Keep that up.
Goodbye.
Did I
don't
not
play any
add it?
instruments. I'm no good. I can just.
Oh, that is hilarious. Night, Mom. Mom? Have you been here the whole time? Why didn't you say hi? If you have been here the whole time, I am so sorry. I want you to be proud of me. I want you to think I'm making good decisions with my life. Okay. You know what happened?
Mom, Miss Brickley.
Mom.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I brought this down to the Google feud. I'm sorry that the one Google feud had nothing but STDs. I swear that's not what we're shooting for with this podcast.
Okay. So check it. Here's what happened, JVD. My end credits never got brought in as an input. But now they have. Okay, this time I am 37% sure this is going to work. So here we go. Third try is a charm. Okay. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. Here we go to the outro. What? Why was it so fast?
I don't know.
Fourth try is a charm. Okay, here we go to the outro.